MCBC is following the trend of other denominations in this regard. We did not spearhead it. My ideal would be for our churches to be a melting pot, communities in which we absorb and are being absorbed by all ethnic groups. It is my conviction that the church of which I'm a member now is closest to that ideal. The reality of our larger Canadian context is that of a mosaic with the perpetual influx of new immigrant families. About 160,000 individuals are immigrating to Canada per year. We have clusters of cultures within our larger national culture. Many immigrant families are unwilling to integrate or to assimilate. We must respect and utilize this reality. Our churches should seek to go beyond having ESL courses and separate services for ethnic Christians. We must foster the spirit of integration and assimilation. Learning to communicate in one or both of the two official Canadian languages is absolutely essential beyond church life. I pride myself, if I want to use that term, in a good sense, of when I talk about integration, assimilation, as I am one person who should be used as an example, because I was a young adult when I came to Canada with a very few English words. And when I became a Christian in Canada through Mennonites, I decided, like, it was a slow process, didn't happen overnight, that I came to this realization that I wish, if God wants me in US, which has been about 5 years, and also in Canada, then I'm committed, like, that I'm committed to speak and read and write English. I don't have the luxury about French. Even though in college, I was a language major: German, English, Russian, and Greek. And and of course, in my ministries as a pastor and as a teacher, I have constantly stressed the idea that if I move to Quebec at my age, tomorrow I'd start French courses. Yes, age has nothing to do with that. And so if I move into another country where they speak Spanish, I shall commit myself to immersing myself into Spanish culture and language. This is, I think, a Christian mandate. It's not, we speak their language. And how often have I said, even now when I preach to German congregations, that I didn't come to Canada to start a little colony of Germans. Okay, I've said this also in a temple here, in our largest Sikh temple. I was a member of the committee, community committee for whatever it's, racial integration, something like that. And the elders of the Sikh temple invited this committee, which I was part. It has nothing to do with being Christian, right? It was a community committee that sought peace and well-being among the different ethnic groups. And the elders wondered, why is it that our youth has real problems with alcoholism, some of the other things that are typical Western. And I said to the elders, not as a Christian, not as a pastor or anything like that, I just said to them, I came from Germany as a young adult, and I decided, coming to Canada, if you can beat them, you join them. I said, and I did not want to perpetuate a German culture. I would have stayed back. I said, I think that my observation is of you elders in the Sikh community, that you wish to perpetuate your culture. And I respect that. But there's a price to be paid. And the youth loves you, and they love the Western culture, and they're in that kind of tension. And I think part of the problem of your youth is exactly this, the tension between loving your culture and loving the larger Canadian culture. So that they didn't mind me saying that.